Unions and progressive groups today led 12,500 protesters to the Capitol over right-to-work legislation.
I don't think that there is a way to stop it, unfortunately, which is a complete travesty to democracy, but I think that at least us being out here shows how we feel about it. And, I'll sleep better tonight knowing that I was here rather than standing by and letting it happen.
We wanted to make a statement. We wanted to make sure our message to Rick, which is we are the union bosses, Rick, and we don't need saving. We know you have sour grapes, and stop playing with Michigan's future.
Conservative groups supporting the right-to-work legislation had reserved the Capitol steps and pitched tents on the lawn, but protesters soon tore those down.
Well, I was inside and they were trying to take it down and they weren't too successful. They pushed back, and then I was just standing outside on the south side of the tent, and I looked up and the whole thing just started to come down, and I turned, and before they were chanting go home, scabs, and various other obscenities, and before I knew I was down, they cut all the tie downs on the outside. There were people trapped inside, and they had their knives out. They're just cutting the tent up, and I guess they're still over there cutting it up for souvenirs. They were saying, getting pictures probably staying on it. But
did you own or rent the tent?
Rent. It was an in-kind donation, so we need to do a little legal checking later this week.
Protests turned a little chaotic when the bills were being voted on in the House. As police horses corralled the crowd, one officer used pepper spray that hit, among others, former U.S. Representative Mark Schauer. Police say the spray was deployed after a protester tried to pull an officer into the crowd.
The House just passed the first right-to-work bill, and this coalition, a very diverse coalition of union and non-union members, aren't going to stand for it. Unfortunately, while people were exercising their First Amendment rights, I among them got pepper sprayed by police officers. We were not endangering the building in any way, but we wanted to make sure, since the Republicans have not provided for any public hearings or opportunities for people to speak on these bills, that they could hear how the people really feel.
Just after the bill's passage, some hoped Governor Snyder would veto the bills. The governor signed them hours later. In total, there were 3 arrests and 3 incidents where police used pepper spray. In addition to the state police, unions had marshals urging people to be peaceful. For unions, what this legislation means could be determined over the next couple of years.
We're going to work all over this state, in every corner of Michigan. The folks that didn't take care of working people today, they're going to be looking over their shoulder everywhere they go for the next couple of years. So stay in the fight, stay strong. We'll be together in this thing until the end. Thank you very much.
For MERS News, this is Emily Lawler.